Hello and welcome back to Business Sparks with Val. Today you're going to hear the story of Naville, who joined my program back in January this year. And you're going to hear how she went from having a really broad direction of many ideas with different interests and passions to building a consulting business that now she is fully working on and has already a few clients. And so I'm really excited for you to hear what her journey looked like. So without further ado, here is. You're listening to Business Sparks with Val, the podcast for expats and internationals who are done overthinking and are ready to build their business on their own terms. I'm your host, Valeria Kadelsky, business coach and founder of Spark Coaching with Val. Each week, I will bring you tips, learnings, and honest conversation so you can build with more clarity, more confidence, and a lot less second guessing. Let's get started. Hi, Naville. Thank you so much for being here today. Nice to see you again.
Thanks, Val. Thanks for having me.
All right. So I really look forward to jump into your journey in this past 3-4 months that we've been working together. But before doing that, I would love for you to briefly introduce yourself.
Okay. So, hi, my name is Naville. I am from Honduras. I'm actually based here at the moment. I am a software engineer by trade, and I've been working in the BPO contact center industry for around 10 to 11 years now. I've also had some let's say side gigs or side jobs that have led me into working in marketing and just overall customer centric work projects. So, yeah, that's a little bit about me.
Awesome. And so where were you exactly in your career before we started working together?
So as I mentioned, I've been working in the same industry for many, many years now. And I was in a point where I was a little bit confused into, is this something that I really want to continue doing? I was not feeling really well with the company that I was working with. And there were also many changes happening in the company as well. So that led me thinking into what else can I do? And one thing, because I studied many things, like I said, I'm a software engineer, but I've always been in the middle of data. So in between the business and IT, I have developed many, many skills, many different skills, and I also have a set of hobbies that have some skills attached to it. So I was very confused into which of those skills I can monetize or how can I do. Um, it's very different when you're putting like a resume together and you can properly talk about yourself in a professional way, but trying to take that away and just put it in yourself was hard. So I was in that confusion, I don't know what to do type of stage when we first met.
Yeah, and I understand that a lot of people feel the same and like have been in that stage, myself included. So at what point the idea of starting your own business became a reality for you?
Um, Actually, during the program, it was something that I can say that it was a reality that can say, okay, this is really something that I could do. Uh, because well, at the beginning, and I think everybody that is in this stage feels this way, like they don't have confidence,
Mm.
even though you can be an amazing professional, have many years of work experience and this and this and that. It can be hard just to translate that for yourself. So when we first started talking, and I mean, I related so much to you and your journey, and then seeing what you do, I was like, okay, maybe I think I can do it. So like
Yeah.
during the program and during all the sessions and the works, it felt so real that I was like, okay, I think this is something that I can definitely do. And I can see now with the after the program is ended and the work that we did together, I can see the results now of all of that, and this is where I can say like, okay, yes, I can definitely do this, and it's a reality for me.
Yeah, that's great. And I do want to talk about where you are right now in your plans for the future, because I think it's really exciting and inspiring for other people to also hear that. But before we get there, I actually want to ask you, Um, what what drew you to the program to begin with?
Well, I think that it was actually the first conversation that we had. So I was looking for mentorship. I was not really sure, like I said, at the beginning, I was very confused and I was looking for advice outside my friends group. Like I didn't want to, it's not that their opinion doesn't matter. It's just that I wanted a more, yeah, I wanted a more professional type outside the box, like coaching or mentoring, or I really didn't know at that point what I was looking for. I just was trying to talk to someone that could relate to I feeling. And as I said, during the stage, there were several things happening where I was working with myself. So I was in a lot of stage of confusion. And when we first met, like, I'm going to say that I had booked three other um, conversations and they all canceled me. So I was just left with you. And I mean, now I can say it was meant to be. It was just,
Yeah, well, I mean, too bad on these other people, and good for me also because it was really great to work with you and to see how you developed your own business in such a short time and with such commitment. So good for me. But it also, I think, it also takes courage and again, as I said, commitment to take this path to begin with. What made you feel more confident? Because you touched upon it as well, like throughout the program. Like, what are the things that made you really go like, oh, now I see a path for me to do this moving
Mhm.
forward?
I think that it was that particular exercise that we did about LinkedIn. So I think that was it. Um, like I knew in my head what I wanted to do. And I think anybody that's in this stage can relate about, okay, but how do I get clients? Like
Mm.
how do I do it? How do I sell? How do I do this? So I always knew that I had a network, but I never actually did anything with it out of fear or discomfort. I really don't know why was that, but so there was this particular exercise where we had to post on LinkedIn. And like I've had LinkedIn for many years. I think like even when the platform started, I opened LinkedIn. I remember that we had to do a programming API for that way back, and I opened LinkedIn, and that was the reason that I had LinkedIn. So I've never actually used it for anything. And we had this exercise where we had to post, and it's so ridiculous because we were like there on the bottom trying to keep pose and we're so nervous about it. So after I did that and the reactions and the views and the engagement that I had with that first post was just incredible. I really didn't think about that large audience that's there that knows me. And um so yeah, I mean, I think I can say that particular one because
Yeah.
uh I decided to take it slow, like post once a week and to be as real as I can, as me as I can, as what's happening, as what I'm doing. And that has led me to such great connections with people that I really didn't know that has find me through there, that has reached out directly to LinkedIn, and just great conversations with people that maybe if I've never done that, I will have never been able to meet.
Yeah, and I mean it's honestly awesome, and I know how scary that is that first time when you post, and that's why I pushed you to actually do this together. So maybe it was a bit less scary. But I am super inspired by how you took that and then like sticked with it and kept posting, and also, as you say, made it yours with your own voice, which is the most important thing. But so now you mentioned a few things that has happened since then, but I actually would love you for you to share, a little bit more about how does your business look like now, and like
Mhm.
what does your life as a whole is now compared to when we started talking the first time.
Okay. So I think now I have a more structured business. I mean, not, and I can call it that, like a business of what I want to do, of what I'm doing, and what I'm actually good at doing. I think that's like the clarity. That's the thing that I got the most out of the program, like the clarity of, okay, this is exactly what I can monetize. This is exactly hobby, and that's a great separate line for that. Um, so as I said, I mean, when I first started, when we first met, I was very confused. I was very confused into what to do if I just jump back into the corporate world back again. I mean, because it's familiar to me, and I have the network and I have the people. So, but like really down in my heart, that was not something that I really wanted to do. I really didn't want to just go back, especially now most are on site, and that's something that for
Yeah.
me is kind of a non-negotiable. So I kind of sat down and did my list of, okay, what's non-negotiable for me and
Mhm.
what do I really want my life to look like. Um, and I mean, generating revenue at the side of all of this. So I understand that I wanted like the freedom to move where I want. I like to travel, so that's something that I just want to make sure that I take my laptop and I still continue to make work, to have contacts, to all of that, to spend my time with my dogs and my cats and just take care of their needs and my family as well. So those things were really, really well are important for me. And now at the stage from where we first started and where I am today, like I can see all of these things happening. Like I will start working with a client on Monday.
Yeah, that's
Um,
exciting. Congrats
that's
again.
definitely yeah, that's very exciting. So I'm very excited about that. So I'm gonna start working with them. I do have some other conversations that hopefully close up with working us together. I'm planning to spend the summer in Europe, just for the fun of doing that. So I feel very excited about what the future is holding just by doing this change, this scary change in my life.
Yeah, and it was again very brave of you to just like jump on and also trust the process and go with it and see how where it leads you. And it's great to see how again you already have clients and conversations and yeah, and you're building the life that you want, right, for yourself. If you think like of someone that might be in a similar position or where you at the start, right? And maybe they're still in their corporate job. Maybe they're thinking about doing something with some of their hobbies or passions or side hustles. Maybe they just have an idea and they're wondering if coaching is for them at all. What would you say they can expect from the whole process? And what did you gain the most from it?
Um, they can expect a very, very thorough process, very structured. Like I said at the beginning, excuse me, I really didn't know what I was jumping into. Like I thought it was just going to be like I don't know, like a conversation with someone, kind of therapeutical type of thing. I really didn't know it. That was the first time
Yeah.
for me, like hiring a coach. So they can expect a very, very thorough program, very structured, step by step, full of accountability. My group was great as well. So I think we all kind of clicked to a certain stage. So I think that was also good that we had a very supporting group. So all of those things can be expected. A lot of conversations with you too. You're very reachable. I like that too. That like I said at the beginning, we are in different time zones. So for me, that was a little bit of a challenge. But even there, you were always very available to answer anything, just to be there looking out. I really really enjoyed that. And what I gained the most, and I'm very glad because that's what I was actually looking for, was the clarity of the next step. For me, when we met, I was kind of in a transition
Yeah.
of lots of things that were happening. So I just really didn't know what my next step was. And I was torn in between, okay, do I really jump into this now that I have the time and the energy to do this, or I just go back to just finding a job, and just no, like everybody does. So I was that clarity of, okay, I really really want this, was something that I gained from the program, and I'm very happy about it. I mean, and it could have been like, okay, yes, I definitely need to go back for it. I mean, that even that clarity would have
Yeah.
been good, but I mean, as I said, like the clarity of the next step of what I was going to do was the thing that I got the most from the program.
Yeah, awesome. And I mean, I'm really glad that you actually stick to your intuition and the initial vision that you defined for yourself in terms of, having that freedom and flexibility and doing your own thing, because it's really nice to see what you've built. So maybe do you want to share a little bit about what is that you do now? Like, what is your business about and how potential clients can work with you?
Yes, so I'm very focused on working on with small companies or solopreneurs, like companies that have between like 5 or 10 employees. Usually these companies, the bottleneck is the owner or CEO. Like most of the
Yep.
processes or delegations and everything, they happen through them. And I understand it's scary to delegate, it's scary not to have control, it's scary. Like you're gonna trust someone to talk to your client, but this doesn't allow your company to grow. So if you're in that position of, okay, I need to remove myself from that bottleneck, be the CEO of my company and just create processes, structure in any stage that you want, then that's what I'm working on right
That's awesome. And I think, I mean, I can relate to that, as you know.
now.
So I'm sure that at some point I will get back to you in terms of working together. But I think it's really valuable what you're doing, and I mean, you have lots of experience in the space as well. So I'm really excited to see what you're going to build. So, but maybe last question for you is, what are you mostly excited about continuing building your business?
So the thing that I'm most excited about is just the life that I can build. Like I feel that I'm really building my life as I wanted. Uh and I don't want to diminish like if you have a corporate job, if you go to a corporate job, because I know
Of
people
course.
I mean, I've been there, people like it at some point. I mean, it develops your life, it helps you a lot. But the stage that I'm in right now, I just really want to have the the life for me. Like I want to make sure that I can go to a gym, I can go and train, I can go to the beach and or spend time with my dogs, take them anywhere at any time that I want. Like I don't want to be bounded to certain hours or now when I see it outside, like how crazy it is that you really have to ask permission to someone to get vacations, for example.
Mm,
That is like so crazy. Is
yeah.
your and again, I don't want to diminish like if you're working at 9 to 5 or you do it because I mean we all been there. But right now, I do have the opportunity to build that, and I really want to take it. So that's what I'm the most excited about, and also just to see these companies that I'm going to be working on just grow. Like I want at some point to not be needed anymore because they are already thriving and growing and in another stage that they need another and hiring more people and just making sure that they're growing. Because when you work with these solopreneurs or small companies, they're also doing that. They're trying to build a life for them without having bounds. So I relate a lot to that.
Yeah.
Uh, those are the things that I'm more excited about this journey.
Yeah, and as I relate a lot to that as well and to what you just shared. So I think we're very much on the same page. And again, I think it's so great that you are, staying true to what you want in your life and building it around it and not, the other way. Because I think that's also what we talk a lot about in the program is how do you build a business around what you want in your life and not the other way around. And I think you've done it so well so far. So I'm really excited to follow your journey along. Maybe if you want to leave just like a last thought for anyone who's listening that again is thinking, because I talk to a lot of people that are in the stage of, as you mentioned in the beginning, I'm not like I have all these ideas and I'm not sure if I should be doing a business with them because I am a bit scared about leaving the comfort of 9 to 5 and what I know
Right.
and the corporate job, and investing to work with someone to do that feels scary. Like, what made you go for it either way? And like, what advice would you give to people?
I think the advice I can say is just do it. Like anything in your yeah, do it.
Not that it's a trademark sentence that we just stole from someone from another
Yeah,
brand.
so, no, I understand that and I think, like, as everything in life, like, if you are at this stage that you want to lose weight and you are confused, you're torn, you're unhappy, you've been trying to do it by yourself and you haven't got any results, it might be time to invest in someone that knows more than you. If you want to study something that you want to go back to school, you've been trying to learn online and you really haven't gotten the results that you want, it might be time to just jump into that. And same as coaching, if you're confused and I mean, you really don't know where to start, or you've been doing things online, getting courses, free stuff, AI, talking to AI. I mean, if you're not getting the results at that stage, I will recommend just invest. At the end of the day, this is an investment that you're doing on your own. And just like the examples that I gave, you sometimes need that person that knows more than you and to guide you to get advice. And mostly, and not sure if everybody gonna relate, but the stage that I was in, I was just like trying to talk to friends, but my friends couldn't relate it at that same stage that I was, or I was getting the advice about like, well, you're crazy, why are you gonna leave your job, or you're crazy, because again, you have some sort of comfort. So I mean, I was getting so many different opinions that made me doubt the reality of what I wanted to do. So I will just say, like, if you feel like that, just invest in that. And I'll say you're not gonna regret it. Like, if you put the effort into it, like everything, like you working out, going to the gym, doing all those stuff, if you put the effort, you gotta see the results. So at the end of the day, it's also part of you, right? But you really need to have that person that knows more than you, that at some stage in life you are not gonna need it anymore because now you're on your way. But at least in these beginning stages when you're doubting or you don't know or anything, I mean, just invest. And I share with Val, when I'm in Honduras, so Val is in Denmark, I think. For me, sending that money was like the craziest thing ever. Like, paying for it was just crazy because some regulations that we have, it was just crazy. But I really wanted to do it, but I had so many, like, block here, block here, block here, because of things that we can't control, neither of neither one of us. So, but I don't regret. I don't regret jumping into all those loops just to make sure that I was able to participate in that program. So, to summarize it, I mean, think don't think it that much and just take the leap of faith and do it, the investment, because at the end it's for yourself, not for anybody else.
Yeah,
Mm.
thank you so much for sharing that. And I also appreciate you jumping through all kinds of loopholes with bureaucracy and banks to be able to join. And I think what you said is actually what I would like to leave this conversation with, because you said if you put in the work and the effort, you will get results. And I think you are the prime example of that, because you are someone that, committed to the whole process, trusted the process, went out of your comfort zone and posted that LinkedIn post, stick to it, showed up, challenge yourself. Like, you were so receptive to feedback from others and from myself, and just like really took yourself seriously. And now you're having clients reaching out because they see your expertise and they trust you that you can deliver great results. And I trust that as well. So I think, again, I know, but yeah, you should be proud of yourself. And I definitely amazing to see. So thank you so much for sharing your journey with me in these past few months. And for anyone that might want to reach out to you for your services, I'm just gonna include your contacts in the notes. And I look forward to see what else you're gonna do next.
No, thank you, love. Thanks for having me, and thanks for all the work that you put into us in this program.
Thank you for listening to Business Sparks with Val. I hope today's episode sparked something for you. You can find all my resources, book a free clarity call, or explore working together at sparkcoachingwithval.com. And if this episode was useful, leave a review or share it with someone who's building their own thing abroad. Until next time, your business is waiting. Go make it real.